Okay, so back on the 68, we're trying to get these headers on there. We, as in me and the car owner. And he wants to try this route. He already has these headers, and it kind of is what it is. So before he buys new headers, he said, bought some extra gaskets. So let's see if I can represent this. So I just come up here, laid the gasket up. Yeah, this could be a pain in the ass one-handed. Yep. Something just fell. But, what a pain in the ass. You understand what I'm doing here, right? So I had it up there, and then I made a mark around all the head bolts. And then I cut the mark out. That's why that notch is there. Now I'm going to match this up. And then I'm gonna mark the metal, my notch marks. And then, I know it's hard to see because it's not laying flat. I'm gonna cut that out, just a little bit of notch, maybe a little bit more, because it still needs room to maneuver up in there. So, I mean, initially, this is all I'm gonna cut, just this notch. And then from there, I'll test fit it. If it goes in, fine. If not, I'll have to probably back up this way some. Clearance that, which, there's some meat here. But the thing that's got me is these gaskets kind of they're fat around the hole. So it's not really sealing up on there. I wonder if the circular ones. These gym boys. Pardon. Nah. What the hell? Oh, that kind of shows me derp. That's what I need to cut off, huh? So anyway, these are the gaskets that came with the head kit. These are circles. These are the headers off the old engine. These are rounded squares. I don't know. It's not really a circle, it's not really a square. Then you got square gaskets. And then, like I said before, these are a D. Kind of got like a flat arch shape, if you will. So anyway, I'm gonna get to grinding, see how it turns out, test fit it, let you know if it worked. So I got the notch in them, stuck it up there. It would at least get to where the bolts are, the bolt holes are lined up. So, but they are touching still on the head bolts themselves. So I'm gonna put a flap disc on there, and I'm just gonna clean this up some. I'm probably gonna, taper this off, whatever. Just clean it up a little bit better and clearance it so it's not actually contacting the head bolts. In the same time, try and leave as much as possible. Like this one's it's on that weld right there. This one's on that weld. So I want to stay out of the primaries if possible, but we'll see. I also don't want it on the head bolts, and I don't know, heat transfer, whatever. I just don't want them on the head bolts. It's probably going to be fine. I don't know for sure. I'm not an expert, but anyway, I'm gonna clean these up some, and then I made a mark somewhere. Now I don't see it. Is that it? That might be it. Where the the tube is hitting on the starter body a little bit, so I'm gonna have to massage that with the fine adjustment tool and clearance that a little bit so it's not touching the starter. Skipped a little bit of the progress, but it's on there. Got the O2 bong and sensor in place. I decided to go away from the transmission on the driver's side, and I'll take this up the frame rail, clear the steering and all that, and we'll go up there and it'll connect to the throttle body that way. I wanted to move this prop block, but I couldn't really sort that out. Just does not seem like there's a good place on the frame to put it where everything would kind of make sense. So I put it back where it was, ended up having to ding the header a little bit, and then I had some DEI wrap, so I wrapped it to try and keep some of the heat away from it. I mean, it's only gonna do but so much, and we'll see. But yeah, I took it down 1/4 inch. I got 3/16. I thought it'd be fine, but it's not. It will not tighten up inside the prop block. So it's steady leaking. I gotta go get some quarter tomorrow. I saw it at Napa. So I'll get me a coil of quarter tomorrow. Come back and redo this whole line in quarter. Run it up on top of the frame. There's some stuff like this was, you can see, like that's where the roll bar was, and the car owner just ended up sawzalling the roll cage flush with the floor pans. So those are in the way. But I got fished around and back to where it was. It's not where I would have put it, but this is, you know, where it was. And we'll redo that tomorrow. Got the rest of the exhaust up, and you can see, you know, when I showed you a couple videos ago about ride level being too low, you know, we're let me get my other hand out of the way. You know, 2 inches lower than the oil pan, which is about the ground clearance we had before without the exhaust on. So these big block headers just they hang down way low, and that's just what it's going to be. So I am gonna crank these up quite a bit, get ride height up. I'm kind of hoping that he doesn't have to get different spindles because he's got 2-inch drop spindles too. Get the camera in view. So I'm hoping that, you know, I can just get it raised up enough and we don't have to change spindles out, but we'll see. Other than that, not much been going on. I had a emergency brake job to do today, and help Dad mess with that real quick. But I think that's about it. I mean, I don't think you're gonna be able to see, well, maybe a little bit. Let me see how much I took out of the flanges around the bolt heads. Not much. So there's plenty of meat still in there. And yeah, so now I just got to go back over myself and double and triple check everything. Like, I did not connect this remote wire. Need to do that. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll get the brake lines tidied up, brakes bled, move on. We'll adjust suspension, get this thing back down on the ground. I got fuel lines to run. We're waiting on drive shaft, obviously. He did get some parts coming. So this is the 4-speed conversion. So this is taking the factory shifter, and which is a 3-speed, and making it a 4-speed. So I'm guessing change out, this will change out the notches and all that shit. So it'll be a, yeah, that's probably what that is right there. So, as you click stuff, everything's got a place to detent. And then this transmission, these same brackets right here. So, and we got supposed to be a conversion shifter cable. So, gotta change that out. But, I don't know, kind of looks the same to me. So, we got that. We do have a TV cable bracket coming. He said he got a low card. Where is it? It goes inside the transmission. So I don't know what the hell he wants me to do about it. No, I'm thinking about that. Because it goes in the transmission here. I'm pretty sure it connects to something in the paint. So I guess I'd have to drop the pan and change that out. But he said something about getting a low car. TV cable too. So anyhow, that's all that's shaking on this. Not so much. It's a little late, kind of tired, but I think I'm about to get cracking on the LS1. I'll clean up the bench just a little bit more, slide this over here, start speccing stuff out.